Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Wednesday, the first day of February. Today is National Baked Alaska Day. Today, that's like a dessert. Have we ever had that? Baked Alaska?
No.
I don't think we have. I have to try that. Maybe today's the day to try it. National Dark Chocolate Day today. Have we ever had that? As we're eating some right now. Okay, we're not right now, but we have many times. National Freedom Day, National Get Up Day, National Serpent Day, National Texas Day, and National Girls and Women in Sports Day. And I'm very excited to talk with my guest today. We are huge fans of a show called Night Court. It was on for 9 seasons back mainly in the 80s and I think maybe the early 90s. And then that went away. Well, it's come back. And it came back with a whole lot of excitement. And I've got one of the stars of the new version of Night Court joining us on the program today. India de Beaufort is her name, and we're going to be chatting with her coming up in just a bit.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. As 5G wireless technology is just starting to take off, the guys in the white lab coats are already working on 6G. And the researchers at the University of Massachusetts Amherst say 6G, and I'm quoting, could involve using people as antennas.
Wow.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Not this people.
Exactly.
6G telecommunications could take advantage of what they call visible light communication, which is like a wireless version of fiber optics. Right now, fiber optics use incredibly thin glass or plastic strands to transmit information on flashes of light. These wires are extremely small, but also extremely fragile. Researchers say they have created a low-cost method of harvesting waste energy from VLC using the human body as an antenna.
Not a chance.
Their invention can recycle waste energy to power wearable devices and possibly larger electronics as well. How about no? Just seems like a bad idea. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that often you hear people talk about movies on the silver screen? You know why that is?
Why?
In the 1920s, when filmmakers were looking for ways to increase picture quality, they found that coating the screens with silver metallic paint helped cut down on blurriness.
Oh, that's very interesting.
So, back in the day, the screens were actually silver.
Wow.
I don't know if they still are today. I think a lot of the time when we go to the theater, it looks like the screen is just a big white screen.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. The silver screen. Now we know why. Interesting. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The movie award season is upon us. In last week, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Science revealed their nominations for the 95th Oscars. The multiverse spanning everything, everywhere, all at once scored a leading 11 nominations, followed by The Banshee of Inisherin, then Netflix All Quiet on the Western Front with 9 each. Also up for Best Pick are Avatar, The Way of Water, Elvis, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. All 5 lead actor nominees are in the mix for the first time. Those are Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Austin Butler, Elvis, Colin Farrell, The Banshee of Inisherin. Bill Nighy from Living. Paul Mescal, After the Sun. Best Lead Actress category, Ana de Armas from Blonde. Andrea Riseborough, To Leslie. Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And all of those things. I've got all the details. This is going on and on and on. It's coming up March 12th, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. All the details in the show notes
Will you
for
be
today.
watching it?
I don't know. Probably not. In the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton will be singing the national anthem at this year's Super Bowl LVII. I don't know what that stands for, but it's Roman numeral. The NFL has announced 12-time Grammy award-winning recording artist, songwriter, and producer Babyface will sing America the Beautiful.
Oh,
Abbott
I love Babyface.
Yeah, and I love that song too. Abbott Elementary star Cheryl Lee Ralph will perform a song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, as part of a pregame show. The U.S. Navy will conduct a flyover of the Glendale, Arizona State Farm Stadium during the anthem to commemorate 50 years of women flying in the service. And Rihanna will headline the halftime show. 2023 Super Bowl is set for not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the 12th of February. The teams are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. And the only reason I know that is because it's in the story. And we'll be watching for the commercials, right?
I probably won't even watch that this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably will. And speaking of commercials, you might notice M&M's will no longer have M&M's.
Yes, I read about
in their commercials.
this.
So they have
This
pulled.
was a whole thing.
It got ugly quick. This is
did.
what happens when social media turns ugly.
Yeah.
M&M's announced they're putting their iconic cartoon spokes candies on indefinite pause.
Which is so sad because I
and
love them.
Replacing them with actress Maya Rudolph after controversy following a mascot makeover last year. The brand said it did not expect the changes to their characters to break the internet, noting that even a candy's shoes can be polarizing. Last year, the green M&M got sneakers instead of heels, and the brown M&M replaced her stilettos for block heels. The mascot makeover gained attention online, but some commentators took it more seriously, calling them woke and less sexy. Rudolph will appear in M&M's ads during the year's Super Bowl. So this year's Super Bowl is when she's going to come out. I wonder what she'll be wearing for shoes. Maybe she'll be barefoot. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with India de Beaufort from Night Court. Now, India, I watched this as a kid. When you were growing up, did you watch this, or were you born way after the series was even done?
You know, I was born in a different country, which was really the main issue. I grew up in England, so it wasn't as available to me. But I have since been to the show and absolutely love it.
And it's on Amazon Prime. People can still watch the original. And I was watching that leading up, getting ready for the new Night Court. And the new Night Court that came out, that you're on NBC, is a hit. It came out with a huge fanfare. That has got to be pretty exciting for you and all the cast.
I couldn't believe it. I woke up the next morning and I texted Melissa and I said, am I reading this right? I think I'm reading this right. But like anything with actors, you're always waiting for the other seasons, but the other to drop. So I feel like in a few weeks when the numbers have settled out and hopefully the audience is still coming back, I'll feel maybe some sense of job security.
I'm looking here. The highest total viewers for any comedy premiere since The Conners in 2018, and the best on NBC since Will and Grace in 2017. That is pretty cool.
It's remarkable. I still haven't actually settled in, I don't think. I'm still in disbelief.
And for people who maybe haven't been paying attention and they didn't realize there was a new version of Night Court out, let's talk a little bit about what they can expect if they get a chance to tune in.
Family viewing. It's easy. It's funny. It's a gang of people that hopefully you'll want to come back and hang out with each week. A lot of ridiculousness in true Night Court fashion. But also a lot of heart, and hopefully people come and they fall in love with the gang and they want to stick around.
And India, let's talk about your character. And is your character anything like the real India?
I would say the vulnerability is definitely, that sense of insecurity. I think is something we can all relate to. However, for the most part, Olivia gets to say and do a lot of things that I don't do. So there's a lot of fun to be had with that. But she's definitely a hoot to play.
Now, the original series aired for 9 seasons, and people just, like I said, they loved it, and it was so much fun. I was one of the people who loved it. I watched it. So that's got to be kind of a high benchmark as you guys are stepping into this going, we got to get this right. And like I said, it started out really well, so I think maybe that's got to be a little pressure off, but there's got to be a lot of pressure to get this right.
Oh, yeah. When we were on set, my first day at work, there's a poster, an enormous Night Court poster at Warner Brothers with the original cast. And you're just looking at it and thinking, oh, man, I hope I do you justice. It's really nerve-wracking to step into something that's so loved and has such a legacy because you really better raise your game. But I'm hoping that, we kind of put our own fresh take on it whilst trying to be respectful and honor what had gone before. And with any luck, that comes across.
And again, Night Court is back to NBC, and it just recently started. Again, huge opening, and it's on Tuesday nights. Is it every Tuesday night now on NBC?
It sure is.
So if people want to tune in and they can see you, and who are some of the other folks that you get to work with on Night Court?
John Larroquette, Macrita, Melissa Rauch, Camille Powell-Walker. That rounds out the main 5. And then there'll be some incredible guest stars along the way, which I'm not sure how many surprises I'm supposed to reveal, but you can come along and find out.
I understand. No, that is very, very cool. And John Larroquette was in the original series, and he's still there, and I think that's really cool that he's back. And we were talking about this the other day on the radio. We're like, so his original character, Dan Fielding, there's no way that character would make it on the TV today, because there were some things he did back then that weren't so great. So hopefully his character now is he tamed down a little bit?
Well, I think as you can see, John himself, he's now in his mid-70s versus being in his 30s. So there's a story to be told there. What happens to this character 30 years later in a very different society, but also as a person, he's grown and changed. I can't imagine anyone's the same that they were in their 30s that they would be in their 70s.
Absolutely.
And so John has done a beautiful job of taking that character and evolving him. And he now he's lived a life, and there's a story that goes along with that. And we meet Dan Fielding in a very different place, but with still a lot of the lovable Dan Fielding that we knew to go along with it.
Well, I appreciate you taking some time to visit with us. Again, it looks like a lot of fun, and I know the folks that have already seen it are loving it. I got to get over and check it out as well on Tuesday on NBC. Thank you so much for your time.
This was a pleasure.
Again, Night Court, it's back on NBC Tuesday nights. All the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the last 4,000 years, no new animals have been domesticated. Although I tried, but no, I could not get Heidi domesticated.
Jeez.
I'll be paying for that later. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your brain literally heats up when you're stressed. You know how to cool it off? by smiling.
De-stress.
Yeah, but wait, one way to cool off your brain is to smile. Fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
The word yo was first used in the 15th century. Yo.
Okay.
So it
I
sounds
don't
like
know how
it's
they would know that. But
well, because
okay.
somebody probably wrote it down or like, hey, I heard the craziest thing today. Somebody just shouted,
You know what Mike
yo.
said?
Yeah. And, hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Yoda was almost played by a monkey. Can you imagine how different that would have been?
Okay.
I wonder how they would have got that monkey to memorize any lines. Would have been tough. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Here's your question, Heidi. A survey found that people who do this are more likely to lead adventurous and sexier lives. What is it?
Take regular vacations.
No. Eat spicy foods.
Oh.
And I think the answer would have been spend more time in the restroom. But no, they said they spend more time leading sexy lives and being adventurous. So, okay. Didn't work that way for me. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Last month, we found out that Monty Python's famous Silly Walk is an ideal exercise for burning calories.
Yes, we did.
Well, it's not quite as extreme, but Michael Mosley's a medical writer and a former doctor says that while you might think that running up a hill is better for you than jogging down one or climbing a flight of stairs would be better than walking down, the opposite is true.
Really?
This counterintuitive approach is part of a new science of eccentric exercise. The name comes from the fact that contracting your muscles rather to climb and lift weights is called concentric exercise, but to work where you're going the other direction, where you're stretching them out, that is an eccentric exercise.
Okay.
And it's eccentric. I think I'm saying
Eccentric?
it wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way,
So
they're
it's
saying
more of a workout?
yeah, it's
Or
actually
just
it burns more
teaching your-
calories.
Okay.
So, and the recovery and repair process is better. I've got all of the information if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And it's under weird news because it sounds really weird to me. I like it, but it sounds weird.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Lawn Starter did a thing where they sent out a list of the dirtiest cities in America. And then they also sent out the cleanest cities in America. So today we're going to talk about the dirtiest cities. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the cleanest cities.
Okay.
They compared 150 of the biggest U.S. cities, 4 different categories: pollution, living conditions, infrastructure, and consumer satisfaction. And here are the top 10 dirtiest cities in America. Number 10, Yonkers, New York. 9, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 8, Fresno, California. 7, San Antonio, Texas.
Really?
6, Bakersfield, California. 5, Jersey City, New Jersey. Number 4, Detroit, Michigan. These are the 3 dirtiest cities now. San Bernardino, California. Number 2, Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And the number 1 dirtiest city in America, Houston, Texas.
Really?
Yeah, there you go. That is the list. We'll talk about the cleanest cities tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Betty White. I miss Betty White.
Oh,
I just thought she was the greatest. Betty White said, Facebook just sounds like a drag. In my day, seeing pictures of people's vacation was considered a punishment. Hey, we just got back from a trip. You want to see the pictures? No, I don't.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I got to go. Where are you going? Anywhere else. Literally anywhere else. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way, courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. Here's the story, Heidi. A Tennessee animal shelter reunited a homeless mother with her beloved dog, Lilo, after she was forced to give up the pet in early January.
Oh.
It says Lilo was found wandering the streets of Chattanooga with a handwritten note attached to her collar reading, "Please love me. My mom can't keep me, and she's homeless with 2 kids. She tried her best, but she couldn't get help. She really loves me, and she says I'm a great dog and love to be loved on. Please don't abuse me."
Oh, that is just heartbreaking.
Lila was taken to the McCamey Animal Center, where director Lauren Manns and the staff there say they all cried reading the note, decided to try to reunite the owner with her pet. On social media, Lilo's owner was asked to contact them so they could assist with connecting the family with resources to help them in their situation and help them with the puppy as well.
Oh.
Lilo and her owner were reunited at the shelter last week. Said there was not a dry eye in the room. The family currently lives at the shelter that does not allow animals, but the animal center staff is working to help them find a new living arrangement, which would include Lilo.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? It's really
Gosh, that
sad.
is just
And I bet that was,
heartbreaking.
really, really hard to do that.
I couldn't imagine.
No, I couldn't either. That would be really tough. I remember one time we had a place, this is before we owned a home, we were renting.
Yeah.
And we had a really cool place that we really liked, but we had a puppy, and they were like, we can't have, but, get rid of the dog and you can live here. And we're
And
like,
we said, no.
don't think so.
Yeah.
We'll go somewhere else. And we rented
Yeah.
another place, and it all worked out just fine. But boy, I can't even imagine. So time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.